For the latest in strategic affairs, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the bell icon for updates.
Last week, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced that he was temporarily halting what his government calls judicial reforms. This comes against the backdrop of 3 months of spontaneous nationwide protests in what is seen as an attempt by the government to clip the wings of the Supreme Court. Matters came to a head when Netanyahu sacked Defense Minister Yoav Gallant a day after he openly called for a halt to a highly contested plan to overhaul the judicial system. Gallant pointed to the growing number of military reservists joining the protest and said it was undermining national security. As soon as the news of Gallant's sacking spread, protests spiked. Trade unions called for a general strike, which was supported by workers at airports and seaports, techies, diplomats, universities, and even sanitation workers. Netanyahu announced that he'll take time out for a dialogue, but insisted on the need to make necessary changes to the judicial system. So what exactly is the government's controversial plan? The judicial overhaul would give the Knesset, the Israeli parliament, more control over key judicial matters, such as how judges are appointed, what laws the Supreme Court can rule on, and powers to overrule the Supreme Court's decisions. The government accuses the Supreme Court of judicial overreach, saying it has been ruling on issues it should not. Israel does not have a written constitution, only a set of basic rules, which makes the judiciary powerful and the only authority that can curb the parliament's powers. Critics of the government's proposal say the move aims at destroying the independence of the judiciary, thereby eroding the only institution that can put checks and balances on the legislature. Besides, fingers have been pointed at Netanyahu, who is on trial for charges of fraud, bribery, and breach of trust. The Prime Minister has denied all these allegations. Parliament has gone into recess and will reconvene at the end of April. And Netanyahu has signalled that while his government will seek a broad consensus, the reform will be enacted one way or another.